Jacksonville's minority voters have their voices heard in upcoming local elections. Tonight, we're following the continuing fallout of gerrymandering accusations in city elections. A federal judge ruling this past week that black voters are being segregated based on race in 7 newly drawn city council district maps, weakening their impact on elections. 14 plaintiffs, including civil rights organizations, are suing the city over the map. The city is redrawing the maps, but also appealing the ruling. So what does this mean for you, and how will the city redraw maps so that they're racially appropriate? On your side, Atia Collins spoke with a political professor to find out more. So Atia, let's talk about what this means for voters. Why should voters care about this?
Well, Anthony, voters should care because these district maps determine what residential services and city policies are adopted, as well as who is adopted to city council and school boards. And it is important that every vote, including those of our minority populations, are included in our districts that are drawn.
It's an attempt to take away our voice, take away our voting power, and we're not going to stand for it.
Joe George works throughout the year to get minority voters to the polls so that their voices are heard. It's work he believes is hampered by the city's new redistricting maps. There are 14 districts in the city of Jacksonville. The lawsuit claims that the proposed redistricting map was drawn to keep the black vote majority in Northwest Jacksonville districts 7, 8, 9, and 10, weakening their power in other districts. The lawsuit also claims some of the districts violate the city's requirement to draw districts that are logical and compact. All 4 districts with predominantly black populations have irregular shapes. I reached out to the chairman of the city's redistricting committee asking what steps are next for the city and if any analysis is being conducted for the impact on minority voters. A spokesperson said due to the active lawsuit, the chairman will not be discussing with media any issues on redistricting. To get a sense of the next steps, I reached out to UNF professor Nick Seabrook.
They really need to go back and fundamentally rethink their approach and think about the way that they can both protect minority interests in the city, but also draw districts that better represent Jacksonville's communities.
George says groups like the Northeast Coalition plan to continue fighting.
I was hoping, and we were hoping, that the city would listen to the voters and the judge, and the last thing I heard is that they're going to appeal it. What I like to see is for them not to appeal it.
Now, like you just heard, the city is appealing this lawsuit, but they have until November 8th to put out new districting maps. If any plaintiffs included in this lawsuit oppose the new maps, they may put in alternative submissions up to November 18th. Reporting in Jacksonville, Atia Collins, First Coast News, on your side.